Top 10 largest empires in history by land area. Imagine ruling over millions of people, from deserts to frozen lands, from Asia to Europe, from Africa to the Americas. For thousands of years, mighty empires have risen and fallen, each leaving behind a legacy that shaped the modern world. Today, we'll journey through history to uncover the top 10 largest empires in history by land area. Stay with me till the end, because the number one empire ruled over nearly 1/4 of the entire planet. Yuan Dynasty, Mongol China, 9.5 million kilometers. Founded by Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan, ruled China in the late 13th-14th century. Achievements: integrated Mongol and Chinese cultures, expanded Silk Road trade. Fascinating fact: the famous Venetian traveler Marco Polo visited Yuan China and described its wonders to Europe. 9 Portuguese Empire, 10.4 million kilometers. The first global sea-based empire, 15th to 20th century, colonies in Brazil, Africa, India, and Southeast Asia. They pioneered the age of exploration. Fascinating fact: at its height, Portugal controlled trading routes across 4 continents. Abbasid Caliphate, 11.0 million kilometers, Islamic Golden Age Empire, 750–1258 CE capital. Baghdad, the world's cultural, scientific, and economic center. Achievements: preserved Greek philosophy, advanced mathematics, astronomy, medicine. Fascinating fact: Baghdad's House of Wisdom was the greatest library of its time. 7 Umayyad Caliphate, 11.1 million. Qing II, stretched from Spain to India in the early 8th century, established Arabic as the official language of administration, built monumental structures like the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. Fascinating fact: within just 90 years, it became one of the fastest expanding empires in history. 6 French Colonial Empire, 11.5 million kilometers. At its peak in the 1930s, controlled vast regions in Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific legacy. French language and culture remain worldwide. Fascinating fact: today, French is spoken on 5 continents because of this empire. 5 Spanish Empire, 13.7 million kilometers. The first global empire, 15th–19th century, colonized most of the Americas, parts of Europe, Africa, and Asia. Achievements: spread of Christianity, major cultural exchanges, and introduction of new crops worldwide. Fascinating fact: the phrase, "the empire on which the sun never sets," was first used for Spain for Qing Dynasty, China, 14.7 million kilometers. Last imperial dynasty of China, 1644–1912. Expanded into Tibet, Xinjiang, Mongolia, and Taiwan. Known for cultural richness and economic prosperity. Fascinating fact: at its height, the Qing ruled over 1/3 of the world's population. 3 Russian Empire, 22.8 million kilometers. Existed from 1721 to 1917, spanned Europe, Asia, and even Alaska. Achievements: expanded railways, military power, and cultural influence. Fascinating fact: even after losing Alaska to the US, it remained the largest contiguous empire in the world. Mongol Empire, 24.0 million I. Qing II, founded by Genghis Khan in the 13th century, the largest contiguous land empire ever. Achievements: united Eurasia, expanded Silk Road trade, religious tolerance. Fascinating fact: the Mongols created the world's first international postal system. 1 British Empire, 35.5 million kilometers. The largest empire in history, 19th–20th century, controlled about 24% of Earth's land and ruled over 412 million people. Achievements: global trade, English language spread, modern political and legal systems. Fascinating fact: that's why it was called the empire on which the sun never sets. Conclusion: From mighty conquerors like the Mongols, to sea powers like Spain and Portugal, and global dominators like the British Empire, these empires shaped the modern world we live in today. Borders, languages, religions, and even food all carry the marks of these historic giants. So, which empire do you think left the biggest impact beyond just land size? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more epic stories from the past, and check out my next video on related topic suggestion, Top 10 Most Powerful Kingdoms in Ancient History.